welcome my Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your 8-card draw. What do I need read for this full moon in Libra? Waning. These are the waning moon rays, waning to Aries, March into April 2021. What an incredibly long intro. I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions, the Archangel of Lyons. Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Hey, my Rams, how are you all? Are you all ram tough? I hope you are, because we're going into waning moon, the releasing, the letting go, the paring away, the pushing away, that sort of deal. Really, really happy to be doing this spread because we're introducing a new deck. I actually used it already, and I will do an unboxing. I actually want to use the deck for this series, and then maybe I'll do the review of it throughout. I've used it once before in one of the live streams over the weekend for Ostara, Vernal Equinox. I think we did that in the free live stream on Facebook, whatever. I've been busy ever since my book, Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, hit Kindle. I've been a busy little witch. Well, 6'1", not that little, but you know what I'm saying. So, yeah, so let's get down to some business here. Yeah, my book's out there, and I'm doing a tarot party on the full moon on Sunday, the 28th. 10 people on my Drawing the Circle Productions Facebook page. You might, if you're on Facebook, you might want to check it out, though you don't need to be on Facebook to take the event. I don't know how they do that, but they do that. Which is right in alignment with this reading, right? Because we are doing an 8-card draw, 1 card from 8 different card systems. This time we've got 2 tarot, 2 healing systems, and 4 oracles. Look, I did math. That makes 8. To get you the clues, tips, and hints that you need about a specific timeline, right? It's like a card a day, card of the day, except 8 of them for a 2-week period, right? We're looking at full moon on Sunday, as I said, March 28th. At 2:48 p.m. Eastern Time. I am in New York, and then we are looking at the waning moon. So we'll go from full all the way to dark, and then new moon on Sunday, April 11th. Oh, I put 3/11 instead of 4/11. I will change that. 10:31 p.m. Right? That looks like p.m. I wrote. Yeah, my mom said I should have been a doctor with my handwriting. A witch doctor. Yeah, so that is the period that we are looking at. Keep in mind, standard YouTube reading rules apply. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It is a general read. And check your other signs, because you might get more information about what we are about to look at, or a totally different situation that you need to deal with, or be aware of, or let go of, or forgive, or heal, or alchemize, however you want to look at that for this specific period of time. I guess that's about it. Did I get everything? Oh yeah, all the links are in the description box, right? For every deck that I read. I just added the new one. I'm saving it. Am I saving it for last? I think it's going second to last, actually. They told me that. I always pray and meditate and do a little Wim Hof breath before I do a video or reading. So they give me last minute deets, right? Do this, do this, do this. Otherwise, all I can ask from anybody ever watching any of my videos, taking any of these readings in, all I can ask, both feet on the floor if you can. You don't have to, obviously, and focus on your breath if you will. I will do the same to be here now and get you the clarity, guidance, and grace from the pantheons of the divine, to which I'm very intimately, I should say, contracted and connected to do this work. All right, I guess that's about it. Let's just do this. Enough exposition. Please take a nice deep breath. As we are going to start with the Caroline Mace archetype deck of my pantheons, all the pantheons together here. Let's see what is the dominant archetype that the Aries collective is dealing with this full moon to new moon. Next, please breathe. My collective pantheons of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, ancestors, and the higher selves of all involved. Please, 1 card in clarity for the Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the dominant archetype they are dealing with this waning moon? Alchemizing the shadow to the light, the lead to gold, the toxic to the healthy. This full moon in Libra, waning to new in Aries, March into April 2021. Well, this isn't too triggering. First card down. This is one of the 4 survival archetypes. Everybody has the 4 survival archetypes. The child, the victim, the saboteur, and the prostitute. All archetypes are neutral. It is a sliding scale from shadow to light, toxic to healthy. In this deck, Caroline gives us the shadow attribute and the light attribute. The shadow is what you don't want to look at within yourself, or if you do know about it, you don't want anybody else to know about it, so you keep it back in the shadow. And you've got the prostitute archetype. Now, everybody has this one. Corporations, nations have this because all of these people, places, and things need to learn how to survive, even metaphorically, right? Survival family archetype. The shadow attribute places material consideration and security above self-empowerment. So it has very little to do with sex on that level. I mean, this is very, very broad, a very, very broad attribute, a thumbnail sketch, if you will, of an archetype, and it's led and it's unhealthy. So when, you stay with a job and you don't follow your passion and your dream and you're miserable because of a paycheck. Now, see the survival part of that. But above your own self-empowerment. That's the thing. You're not going to empower yourself when that power is in lead. However, alchemizing it into light. The reason why I use it for waning moon reads, is because lead has 3 more elements than gold. So you have to transform, burn off, let go of those 3, right? Waning moon. So the light attribute you're shooting for accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. And it is a challenge. It is a challenge. Look, I could prostitute myself doing YouTube and readings and all of this stuff, cranking out code words. Now, other readers do that, and that's fine. It's a huge audience, right? And to each their own, right? But for me to do that, yeah, I could just be doing this all from the phone, but I tried it, and I burned out because I wasn't tapping in. This is just so much better for me to take my time and do it. I'm also 52. I'm not 22, right? I know I don't look it. Thank you. Prostitute. So, so let's see. That could be you. You're dealing with a situation that's triggering that in you. Or maybe you're dealing with somebody else or a lot of people. That can totally be tribal because everybody has it. Let's keep going. Well, we are all starting off with a bang, you could say. Let's ask the angels. The Healing with the Angels Oracle, Doreen Virtue. Who's the angel you need to work with? Please take a nice deep breath. Yeah, my angels of fire in the sign of Aries. Talk about starting this with a bit of a punch. Who or what is the perfect healing angel for the Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and watching this video, receiving this reading that they need to work with, talk to, pray to, study, invoke, channel, whatever it is they do with angels. This full moon in Libra waxing to full in Aries, March, April 2021, Archangel Michael. And the thing is the angels of fire and the sign of Aries are the Michaelites, right? So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, those are the Michaelites, right? The 4 elemental archangels of the south, the power of. So look, prostitute with Archangel Michael. This is about truth. This is about cutting yourself free from illusions. Think of lead and gold, right? Lead is an insulator, right? You put radioactive isotopes, you case them in lead so that people don't get radiation poisoning, right? Gold is a conductor. That's why our gadgets are so expensive, because they're using gold. It is, depending on the carat of the gold, super conductivity. So, what are the lead threads that you need to see the truth? Archangel Michael is also a big angel of truth, the sword of truth that cuts you free from the chains of illusion. But the trick is, an illusion is not a real thing, right? So you're setting yourself free from nothing because you can believe something is true and it's not, right? I say that I do this with my students a lot. It goes, does the sun rise in the east and set in the west? And they go, yeah, absolutely. I'm like, no, it doesn't. The earth turns, right? You see, so it appears true, but it's not truth. So something here about survival, right? About compromising the power of your spirit in order to survive, which everybody has to do it. It's how we learn how to survive. But there could be some lead there that you need to kind of see some truth, as well as let us not forget in terms of physical survival. Archangel Michael is the archangel of protectors and defenders, right? Policemen, firemen, ambulance workers. I mean, at this point, we might as well say all first responders and all essential workers are working the Archangel Michael vibe, right? So if that's you, just make sure you're really tapping in, you'll know when you're going against your spirit because it feels wrong. And you know you're doing it. It's that Jiminy Cricket moment. If you don't know who Jiminy Cricket is, well, Jiminy Crickets. Let's keep going. Staying with the angelic kingdom, For another card, we're going to do the Crystal Oracle, dedicated to Archangel Ariel, my personal Archangel. She is, after all, the Archangel of Lyons, and if your name is Angelo Lyons, and you finally figure that out, you work with her. She's great. Element of the Earth, powers of North. Please take a nice deep breath. Well, hence the Crystal Oracle, right? Earth power. Breathe. My beloved Archangel Ariel, please, one parting clarity from the Crystal Oracle. Tony Carmine Salerno, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant deck maker, author, artist, whatever. What is the perfect oracle message, crystal stone, whether it's what's written in the book, or they have the stone, or they get the stone, however they're guided, that they need to work with to help, you know, alchemize this prostitute archetype along with Archangel Michael? This full moon in Libra, waxing to waning. I'll get that right. First read of the series. Waning to new. Waning to new. Right in Aries. I'm so sorry. Citrine. That one was hard to get out. I don't know what just happened. Citrine. Where are you? Citrine! There you are! Citrine. I know it looks like clear quartz, but it's actually extremely clear citrine quartz. Lovely stone, definitely a prosperity and abundance stone. So often you will read, I think this is originally from Scott Cunningham's work back in the 70s or the 80s, that you put carnelian in the cashier drawer, like of where you work, particularly if you got your own gig. Yeah, wealth, creativity, abundance, and healing. Covers a lot of bases there for keywords. Your financial concerns will soon begin to dissolve as a steady stream of abundance starts to flow into many areas of your life. This is not abundance solely on a monetary level, but an abundance also of creativity and healing. All right, so perfect for the prostitute archetype about surviving. We're talking about certainly the financial aspects of your life. A lot of people are going through that. Remember, if you're an empath, you might be picking up on what a lot of other people are feeling that matches what you're feeling. But that also you're being given a lot of creativity and healing energy, so it's very synergistic. Excuse me. Dairy. Location. You are being asked to let go. Here's the waning part, right? You are being asked to let go of any fear and guilt that you may be holding on to in regard to your wealth and prosperity, which certainly would be the prostitute archetype. I mean, literally, somebody made it rain all over her. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, I'll get closer. I'm wearing pants. I'm wearing jeans, right? She's like, they made it rain. She's like covered in money, literally, dollars. Honor it, right? Because what you're about to receive, honor it. And put it to use in ways that nurture and replenish your spirit instead of compromising it. You deserve to be and to have all your heart desires. It's true of all of us, but it's really not a question of deserve. It's really not a question of deserve. So often when we don't have the things that we want, the ego kicks in and starts looking at things to regret and things to anticipate and what do we do wrong. And sometimes it's just a timing issue, right? So your heart's desires were not given to you. They were written into this life before you incarnated. Just saying. Lovingly recognize the abundance you eternally hold within your heart, and you will manifest abundance through all you think, say, and do, which is mean to walk the open-hearted path, right? To the best of your ability, to really go with your heart open, managing the vulnerability of that. But with you, Archangel Michael, I think you're going to be fine, but certainly get citrine. It's not that hard to find, and I mean, I guess people could make phony citrine, but there's no need. There's plenty of it. Yeah, beautiful orange Yellowstone. I love citrine. Let's get some tarot, right? We got one healing system, right? Of the two, we got Carolyn Mace on the table. We've got two oracles, an angel and a crystal. Let's see what's going on inside of you. Heart, throat, third eye, crown, the interior world, the goddess energy, your own feminine energy. Please take a nice deep breath. My goddesses of fire and the sign of Aries. Please, one card in clarity for the Aries collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading. What do they need to be aware of inside of themselves? Maybe something psychological, right? Emotional power, heart, willpower, choices, decisions, mental power, and even spiritual power of the crown chakra that they need to work with, deal with in some way, shape, or form with this prostitute archetype. Theirs, a situation, somebody else's, Archangel Michael, and the crystal of citrine, this full moon in Libra. Oh, right. Waning to new in Aries, their new moon of the year. Okay, well, inside you've got a Four of Swords. I know it looks like the Two of Swords, but there are two swords crossed underneath that really hard-looking stone bench she is sitting on, right? And yes, blindfolded. But that's what I love about Fiona Morgan in this deck. It's like, oh, you think it is, but it's not. Hence the word on the card is deception. Now, look, this could be self-deception, certainly, but let us be clear. We still carry that energy of the Four of Swords as being a time of rest and meditation and contemplation. Are you seeing things clearly? Well, Archangel Michael, you might want to say, is the antidote to deception. The most iconic image I know of Archangel Michael is wings out, sword drawn, right? Foot on the head of Lucifer, ready to slay him, right? So the Lord of Lies and the Angel of Truth, if you want to go there. The Duke of Deception, if you want to go all Wonder Woman 1984. It was long before Wonder Woman 1984. Can't tell, I've got some Wonder Woman going on in my life. Functional jewelry. Yeah, so inside, this is really talking about perhaps even some mental contemplation. Really meditating, really focusing for what are the, and this is purely mental, what is really foundational in terms of your fears here. And that makes sense for a waning moon. To call in Archangel Michael to just guard me and help cut me free from that which is around my abundance, right? And my finances and my creativity. Because, you know, when you're in a job just to make money and you're not making the money that you need to make ends meet, that's not a punishment. That's training, right? Just your spiritual muscles, your intuitive, your creative muscles to activate even other parts of the brain that may have been dormant. I mean, yes, we can certainly learn through joy and abundance and having everything we want handed to us, but we certainly learn quicker through pain and suffering and deprivation. Just saying, I didn't make it that way. Do I look like I would make it that way? No, I don't. All right, so what's going on the outside? We got the inside, the yin side. Let's look at the yang, the outside. Please take a nice deep breath. Oh yeah, my gods of fire. And the sign of Aries, please, one card in clarity. The Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading. What do they need to be aware of? Let's say root, sacrum, solar plexus, the outside world, the physical world, or how they appear from the outside looking in. Sometimes that can be both. Dealing with the prostitute archetype, Archangel Michael, citrine, and deception, Four of Blades, Four of Swords. What do they need to be aware of outside of themselves? This full moon in Libra, waning to new in Aries, their new moon. Wheel of Fortune, the fates are weaving. Things are changing. There is a divine timing thing going on here. It's what I said before. It's like, you haven't done anything wrong. You're following your fate while you're trying to alchemize your fate into destiny, led into gold. This is a really clear read. So you do have creativity in here. You do. This is absolutely about you not taking control, but you going with the flow. Look, always a timing card. Literally an 8-spoked wheel, the wheel of the year, if you want to go there. The solstices, the equinoxes, and those 4 other special days throughout the year that pagans and witches are well aware of, right? That we reap and we sow, that you might have sown seeds before that you don't even remember sowing, right? I do that a lot. Like, even people that you help, right? You invest, you put your love and your help into people, and they disappear, and it comes back some other way, even sometimes so very indirectly, right? Like word of mouth and stuff like that. I don't know. I feel like, yeah, it's okay to be in the Four of Swords if things are changing around you in a cyclic nature. In other words, which side of this wheel are you on? Are you on the erosion or the renewal? Well, the erosion is the waning part of the moon, right? But that doesn't mean that there can't be something else under, like a seed getting ready to burst through the soil. We are in, oh, by the way, happy birthday, Aries sun signs. We are now, obviously the sun is in Aries now doing this, particularly with the new moon, right? New moon is sun moon conjunct Well, okay. So, look, this is a little mysterious, and it is a general read. And if you want a reading with me, easy to book. Find me on Facebook, on social media. We'll book something. I have Zoom. I have Facebook Messenger. Facebook video call is like the best in terms of clarity. You can't record it, though. You can on Zoom. Choices. Okay. All right. So we've got 1 healing system, 2 oracle, 2 tarot. Let's get our second healing system on the table. Does anybody else hear that? Is that a clairaudient episode? No, it means it's noon. Yeah. Okay, let's do the Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn, right? The Ascended Masters, and the next deck is the new deck. I can't wait to introduce it. Please take a nice deep breath. Yeah, my Ascended Masters, General Assembly, please, because I'm not seeing, I mean, I guess we could say the Ascended Masters of Survival and Finance, maybe. So please, 1 card in clarity for the Aries Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and watching this video, receiving this reading. What is their perfect healing mantra that they can do to help alchemize? Nope, no kickers today. That that they can use to help them alchemize the prostitute archetype from lead to gold that they need, right? With Archangel Michael, they could say this mantra to and with Archangel Michael holding a citrine, understanding that they are contemplating. There's probably some thoughts in there that aren't based in reality or even truth or spiritual truth, because the Wheel of Fortune, they need to be aware of that there are changes going on outside of them, and they're going through changes outside of them in their lives. So, wow, you guys keep wanting to jump out my hand. So please, what's going on? What is their perfect healing mantra, the Aries Collective, this full moon in Libra, waning to new in Aries? Cultivating courage, which is very Aries. In any given moment, I always know exactly what to do. It's a great mantra, particularly when you work alone, at home, recording, technical glitches, and you start to freak out, and you're like, you know what? In any given moment, I always know exactly what to do, but am I in this given moment? Or am I in the regret of the past, or the anticipation of the future, right? The worry, the regret, right? All of that stuff. Or am I here now? Now, it's funny. I just got the Oprah Winfrey Deepak Chopra meditation thing app, and I'm on day 2, and it's really good. It's free. You know, you can get it. They have other stuff you could buy on there. So I've been working Sanskrit mantras again, which is just so cool. But this mantra certainly does speak about if you're feeling stuck. This is the one, I am never stuck when I am in the present moment, or I live in the present, I think was today's thing. Today's centering thought. Thank you, Deepak. Right? So in any given moment, I always know exactly what to do. And like I said, there is probably a divine timing thing here going on. So you might as well be here now, right? So there's something very power of now, Eckhart Tolle here. Because, look, everybody talks about the ego like it's a great enemy, and I understand that. It had to be that way for a really, really long time, but really it's an aspect of the soul that's still incubating, right? It's that part that is really trying to protect you in some ways through fear, and it is very much connected to, well, any of the archetypes, but particularly that would make sense, right? Well, do I follow my truth and follow my dream and manifest my destiny, or do I stay where I am and hate where I am because compromising for physical security? Let me read this for you. Cultivating courage, right? Like sometimes it's walking away from a toxic relationship, right? Because of the money, because of the living situation, because of children, right? It's. I'm not saying this is easy, hence cultivating courage, not just saying, here, drink this, have some courage. In any given situation, I always know exactly what to do. When courage is cultivated, you are aware of your choices and able to pinpoint your most inspired options with accuracy and ease. Well, in the present moment, right? Such options may not always match up with the things that you want, but they will always give you the exact experiences you need to further evolve your soul, which is what this world is about. We are immortal souls that we are chosen to play roles just like central casting, man. Just like, it's like, oh, have we got a role for you? And your soul says, what do you got? Because on that level, you know you're immortal. You know you're eternal, right? You've been on this planet so many times, and others. Let's not go there at the moment. But, you know, so like you were cast to play this role for the betterment of the actor, if you want to take the metaphor there. So it's not about getting what you want. The ego wants all sorts of stuff. And we know what happens when the ego gets what it wants before it's ready to handle it. It doesn't go well. So it's about getting what you need. As you cultivate courage, you are stepping into a new frontier of soul expansion where life has permission to guide you forward into the fulfillment of your long-awaited destiny. And you've literally got the Wheel of Fortune represented as the fates in Greek mythology, mythic tarot. This mantra is ideal for breaking old habits, deepening your focus, and following your heart. Courage, the heart, the cur. Well, creativity and healing and abundance and Archangel Michael with that protection and that truth. I don't know. Yeah, I think that, yeah, you've got some scarcity beliefs. Oh, who the fuck doesn't? I mean, maybe people, I don't know, who've never had to ask for anything. I always have it handed to them. Who gets that every single day? Well, every day is a winding road. Let's get a little bit closer, because here's the new deck. This is, what is this one called? Magical Spell Cards? Yeah, the Magical Spell Cards. Oh, wait, I don't know her name yet. You know, I do try and give artists and authors credit, because I'm an artist and an author. Lucy Cavendish. That should not be hard to forget. Like, Lord Cavendish, call forth Lady Lucy Cavendish. The Magical Spell Cards. They're kind of cool. I haven't read the bookie book that it came with yet, because I want to kind of use them a little bit, and there's not a whole bunch on here. But they're spell tips and ideas, right? It says craft, cast, activate, empower, work, witch, yes, witch work. So let's see. This is dedicated to the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism. Yay, 3 levels of power. Oh my God, they're amazing. Please take a nice deep breath. Our ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism. Please. Oh, that feels so cool. Oh, this is the first general read I'm doing you in. Please, one card in clarity for the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video or receiving this reading. What is the spell card, the magical spell card that they need? A little clue, a little rhyming couplet, a little piece of Aaron spelling tradition here for them with this prostitute archetype, right? Archangel Michael, citrine, the deception on the inner, 4 of swords with Wheel of Fortune on the outer. Things are turning and changing. It feels like in their favor. They need to cultivate courage in any given moment, always knowing what to do. What would be the perfect spell idea? A little something, something for them. Ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism for this full moon in Leo, waning to new in Aries. Wisdom. These are cool. I really love the artwork. Some of the spells, though, I am a Virgo. They're not in perfect rhyme and meter, all of them. On a Wednesday, with a waxing moon, you're going to have to wait, let wisdom come and be renewed. They rhymed moon with renewed. But not a bad idea, right? On a Wednesday, which makes sense, day of Mercury, right? Lundi, Mari, Mercredi, right? In French and the Latin, Mercury, Mercury's day, Hermes' day. On a Wednesday, with a waxing moon, let wisdom come and be renewed, which doesn't rhyme, and I don't care, because I look real good, and I got purple hair, see? Rhyme it, baby, but whatever. This is just inspiring me to make my own oracle deck with spell cards, and it is just what that's for. But I like it, and I'm not going to read from the bookie book on this one. It's brand new. I'm going to actually review this probably at the end of this series, as I've said. But wisdom, that's interesting here, right? Particularly with this 4 of swords. It's like, go inside, but you're going to have to wait, right? Because it's saying, it's so specific. On a Wednesday with a waxing moon. So after, right? Well, Sunday, March 11th, right? So 12th, 13th, 14th, there. There's your day. Right? Yeah, because then we will be waxing. Let wisdom come. Let wisdom come. Not hunt it down, wrestle it to the ground and eat it. Maybe. But Archangel Michael might very well be clearing the mind here. Like I said, the Dominant tarot energy here in the inner is air, element of air, swords, but things are changing. And I feel like if you've really been beating yourself up that it's just not enough yet, or it's not coming fast enough, and I didn't do that, you know, that worry, anticipation, and regret of the ego, that's fine. Give yourself, let those voices be heard within yourself, certainly, but know that you are getting great wisdom for this, but you may not see it until you're in the waxing part of it, because you're letting go of some fears and cultivating courage, because in any given moment you always know exactly what to do. I like this. That's lovely. That's lovely. Very Athena energy. Owls on it. So into it. Last card down. Please take a nice deep breath. The Whispers of Love or Oracle. Please. I can't even talk. Please. This is cool. Please. The higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, for the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Sun, watching this video, receiving this reading, please, what is the piece of information, inspiration, or insight the Aries watching this needs? Considering they've got the prostitute archetype, themselves, somebody else, definitely that feeling of financial survival is going on here, but with Archangel Michael, they have the protection, and they have the opportunity to really cut away some things that might have been like passed on to them from birth, right, in terms of beliefs, that mental stuff, but Archangel Michael's there to kind of cut through that, and citrine would be helpful, right, with that abundance, not just financial, but creative and healing abundance, right, because that 4 of Swords, that deception on the inside could very much be self-deception that you're not even aware that you're doing it. That's shadow work right there, but with the Wheel of Fortune that they got turning, that there is an evolution, and I do feel like it is turning forward, not backwards, even though it is a waning moon. So they need to cultivate courage, just really practicing that truth. Let that be the sword of Michael, that truth. In any given moment, I always know exactly what to do, because on a Wednesday with a waxing moon, let wisdom come and be renewed. So what is their whisper of love, please? This full moon in Libra, waxing to new. In Aries, I love you. I love you. These are very important words. I know that card because it's the same on both sides except the color of the border. I love you. These are very important words. Now, really, if you take it, what is the information, inspiration, or insight from your higher self is that we love you. You haven't done anything wrong. You're in an incredibly challenging time on planet Earth right now. And the seasons go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. You can put that on a spell card. That your financial situation is going to change. It's not because you fucked up. It's because you are being challenged to step into a larger stage, is what I get. You are, the call of the hero's journey has been issued, and you have not responded yet, right? You didn't say yes or no, and there's nothing wrong with thinking that out. But this is excuse me, this is destined. This is scripted. This is written, and my water bottle's empty. It's a little dry in here. So yeah, I love you, right? What a perfect mantra. In any given moment, I always know exactly what to do. And sometimes all you really need to do is put your hand on your heart when you're getting that, right? When you're getting that, I don't know. It's okay to feel this way. Everybody's feeling this way. And those who aren't, blessed be. But the majority of people are feeling uncertain about their financial safety, right? And their physical security, how they're going to survive in this world. So there is something here to be done in a waxing moon. Just sort of gently let that unwind, be heard, relax, because the wisdom of it is going to be on the other side of this. As you can already give thanks for the abundance that's in your life with that citrine energy, regardless of whether you have the stone. And that mantra is perfect. Let me put it all together for you in the blessing, because that's how I roll. Please take a nice deep breath. My beloved Pantheons, please, may the Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need. This full moon in Libra, waning to their new moon in Aries, that they may alchemize the prostitute archetype, accentuating their challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of their spirit while they cultivate courage in any given moment, knowing that they always know what to do, while the wisdom that they seek will come to them on a Wednesday waxing moon after it goes full, and that they may let wisdom come and be renewed with this citrine energy that they need about that healing and creativity, but also about healing their finances, their abundance, their energy on all of that, working with Archangel Michael, cutting them free perhaps from ancestral patterns, societal conditioning about money good, money bad, which might very well be part of that internal belief system, gestalt of thoughts, like chains of smoke that they could easily move through but aren't, because it appears very, very real, a deception. So for them to say, I love you, to themselves, to those voices, to that voice of worry, that voice of anticipation, that voice of regret, that they are at war, those voices, worry, anticipation, regret, Nat Con, blessed be. I love you being the key words there, because the wheel, they need to know that the wheel is turning in their favor, that they are on a hero's journey here. And it's not very much of a hero's journey if your survival isn't challenged, right? Otherwise, that's just a cakewalk. And not many of us develop in a cakewalk, because it's really just walking in a circle with a cake. So, beloved pantheons of the divine, may the Aries collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need. This full moon in Libra, waning to new in their sign of Aries, that they may heal, that they may grow, that they may move forward on their path, and as they do, cultivating courage, saying I love you to themselves, and perhaps to silently to all that is, that the wisdom they need comes, and they fulfill their role in the divine plan of their hero's journey for the well-being of all. So would it be. And so it is. What a kick-ass read. It very much feels like a waxing moon, but I get the waning part of it. So do me a favor. If you liked it, like it. You want more, subscribe. You want to comment, please do. You want to share, rock. You know, hit the notification bell, all the YouTube-y stuff. But also read my book, Words of Grace, $9.99 US. Links in the description box. Come, you want a reading? Book me. All that's in the description box below. I'm going to go have a nice glass of water. It's a little dry in here today. So wishing you all the very, very best, and the very, very blessed Rams of this full moon to new moon next March into April 2021. Hail. Farewell. And blessed, blessed be.